YouTube, happy Wednesday afternoon, 4 o'clock, post-workout meal going down. 2 scoops of Hostile ISO H1 salted caramel. I tried to push it back as long as I could because I ordered the new gingerbread and eggnog. Code Braden10 at checkout for 10% off. And they're coming today, but not quite in time to try it with the post-workout meal. I only have 1 meal with whey. So, salted caramel going down. 70 grams of cream of rice. I had this in the fridge. Made it before I left, so ready to go right when I get home. It is half chocolate cake, half chocolate peanut butter cup. So I ran out of chocolate cake. So, Elevate cream of rice. Code, give me a code. I don't have one. I'm not cool enough for Elevate, bro. And I don't have a sponsorship with Hostile either. I'm too shitty of a bodybuilder. But I am part of their affiliate program, and eventually hoping to get signed. But we need X amount of years on our physique before that happens. But we're not worried about financials. We got a job for that. We're bodybuilding for the love of it, the passion. And while we're talking about that, this is our last week of the health phase. Next week starts our official quote-unquote off season. So looking forward to that. Today was the, like I said, last leg day of the kind of post-show phase, recovery phase, health phase, whatever you want to call it. I was in there with my coach Tommy. And at the end of the day, I mean, I'm very happy with what we did in these last 8 weeks. We weren't completely show-peeled. I wasn't completely stripped out, so I couldn't go into rebound. And even if I was completely stripped out, my body was so beat after that prep, man. I was so destroyed and just torn to shreds that I don't even know if that would have been the right move, or if my body would have responded. Health could have been, not great. So the way we went about things has been the right way to do it. It was a little bit over 206 on stage. I was just over 219 this morning. So about 13 pounds of weight gain in the last 8 weeks coming out of the show. That's pretty damn good, dude. I had 3 off-plan meals right after the show. So I had dinner, breakfast, and dinner the next day. And Monday I was right back on plan. Then I had 1 big ass meal at Thanksgiving, dessert included, full freaking get after it, with only 3 meals earlier in the day. And then Christmas, I had a beignet at Disneyland. Christmas Eve, I had chicken enchiladas and ice cream cake with all 6 meals. So it wasn't an extra meal, but it was the 6th. And then Christmas Day, I did 3 meals and then a giant meal again, got after it at dinner, and then dessert as well. And then I had 1 other sushi meal in early December. So really 1, 2, 3 off-plan meals in 8 weeks coming out. Body composition's in a pretty good spot. Fatigue has finally really dropped past 2-3 weeks, but really this week is where I'm starting to feel really good. Clicking, sleep's good, recovery's good, training's solid, and I think as the food goes, pumps are just gonna get better. I'm just gonna feel fuller, feel stronger, and then eventually, I'll hit that point where I don't want food, feel a little lethargic. But so right now we're primed as we can be. I'm hungry as heck 24/7. Like I mean, maybe I won't show you the whole thing, but I still lick all my plates, scrape all my bowls. Like that hunger signaling is there as much as it was during prep, but without that end goal of like, hey, I'm getting on stage naked in front of people in 20 days, so probably shouldn't have this McDonald's. But my cravings and everything, like I've never craved. That's not true. The first prep coming out of the show, my cravings were worse. But then I got put on like 4,200 calories second week coming out of the show. Whereas on this, I mean, we started at like 2,500 calories coming out of the show, and the most it got up to was 3,150. That's on my training days. On my rest days, it's like 2,600. So, hunger's been there, but I mean, like I said, I'm in a better spot 8 weeks post-show right now than I was last show. Granted, I was a little bit leaner this show, more muscle, but 8 weeks post-show, last time I was a bloated, watery mess, just going into my health phase. Kind of felt like shit. Had already definitely put on some body fat. I was doing pretty much 1 to 2 sushi meals right out the gate every single week. I was strong as shit. The pumps were crazy. Crazy pumps. My lower back was pumped like 24/7. But this was definitely the way to go. A little bit longer game. Takes a little more patience. Takes a little more discipline and control. Because all you want to do after a show, especially after you get your ass kicked, is just put on size and grow and enjoy training, because the last 2 months of training has kind of been dog shit. Because you're so tired and fatigued, and I'm doing 2 hours of stairs or an hour 40, hour and a half stairs, hour 20 stairs with a 40-minute walk, 2 hours of cardio. I was on like 1,600 or 1,800 calories. Training's not going to be good. But now training with the sleep, staying solid, like I said, we're just in a good spot. Body's prime. So I have a push day tomorrow. I rest Friday. I have a pull day Saturday. Then I rest Sunday. We're gonna send final check-ins with Tommy. I'll get that planned Sunday night. Lock it in, and Monday morning we're going. So I don't think many food sources will change. I don't think too much will change. I think food will go up a little bit. And we talked about, on the way out of the gym, he asked me a question today. He said, what do you rate your training? I forget the exact verbiage he used, but it's something along the lines of, it wasn't directly training intensity. Maybe, I think it was overall training performance. I think I said close to an 8, a 7.5, maybe 8. And he said, yeah, I like that 8, maybe 8.5. And he says, as the off season progresses, stay there. Just because there's more food or other variables coming into play, and you feel better and all this and yada yada yada, and now this is in play, or now I have more food, or now it's the off season, now it's time to get big, and you try to do more volume, or you try to push those sets harder, and then you're impairing recovery. Whereas let the food and the other variables do its thing with that same level of training intensity, and all it's going to do is just increase your recovery, increase your performance, increase your mass. I mean, and just let it do its thing. Trust the process. So I really like that. Little tidbit heading into next week. And that's when we will start our video series, Operation Mass. And try to do those daily uploads. Operation Mass, day 1, which will be leg day. Jumping into it, day 1, leg day B. Gonna try to get more training footage. More footage like this, just kind of shooting the shit, going over food, going over mindset talks. Also, I mean, this is a pretty, if you bodybuild, you probably know Melinda's Black Truffle. don't, dude, this stuff's pretty damn solid. I really like Flavor Gain sauces. They're expensive as shit, though. Same with those new sauces. Very good. Expensive as shit, though. I do use the G Hughes one sometimes. Definitely more reasonably priced. You can find them like Walmart, Safeway. But they're just not quite as good. I feel like the quality's not quite as good either. And some of the flavors just aren't quite as good. Like, I really like those Flavor Gain sauces. I love my Cholula. I love my sugar-free ketchup. And Melinda's Black Truffle Hot Sauce. It's great, too. I also do Sriracha. I do Frank's. Like, I do that type of stuff. But really Flavor Gain for sure. But as I head in the off season, and like sauce is kind of more, because there's, instead of having 70 grams of rice, I might have 300. So instead of doing 10 grams of sauce or 15 grams of sauce, one serving, right, 5 calories from a Flavor Gain, it's the off season. I don't really give a shit about that extra 5 calories. I just want to keep it consistent so sodium's not fluctuating a ton. So instead of doing 15 grams of sauce, I might do 25 on all my meals, just to actually make the rice not quite as dry. Because if I got chicken and rice and no frickin' olive oil or macadamia nut oil, I mean, my meal 2 right now is just chicken, rice, green beans. There's no oil on there. Chicken rice is pretty dry, even if you cook it great. Unless it's right out the frickin' oven, or the air fryer, or the pan, or the barbecue, or whatever. As long as it's not right there, if it's the next day or 6 hours later, 2.5 days later, it's gonna be a little bit dry. White rice, I cook a fresh rice cooker every other day, because rice is one of the foods that accumulates mold the fastest. So I make my 3 cups of dry rice, boom, have that for a day, keep it fresh in the rice cooker throughout that first day. And a couple hours before bed, put it in Tupperware, let it cool down, put it in the fridge, and eat it that next day as well. Even when it's fresh out the rice cooker, yeah, there's some moisture and stuff, but if you've had just straight chicken and rice and green beans with no sauce, it's not great. I did it carbon up, and it was fine. Just black pepper, basil, cinnamon, and sea salt. Like, the flavor was good, but it was pretty freaking dry, especially with rice cakes in there too. So the little bit of sauce helps. And definitely, like I said, as those rice portions go up or the potato portions go up, I'm going to want to use a little more sauce. So as that happens, the $16 a bottle Flavor Gain sauce, I'm spending twice the amount of money on sauce I was in prep. In the off season, I tend to use a little more black truffle. I'll get the big things of Cholula and Frank's from Costco, and just frickin' douse those, sugar-free ketchup, use a little more G Hughes, stuff like that. But I'm still a Flavor Gain advocate, as well as new sauce. But the Flavor Gain ingredients aren't quite as natural and pure, but I think it tastes a little bit better. So that's about it. That's my little spiel of absolutely nothing. Leg day was leg day, man. We hit biceps with legs as well, so started out on the incline dumbbell curl, hit 3 sets there. We did 2 sets on an easy bar curl, biceps done. Did mobility work, went into legs. This was legs A, which is more of like a quad focused leg day, I would say. Still start on a line hamstring curl, get the synovial fluid moving, get the blood in the muscle, around the leg, around the knee, get stuff moving. 3 sets there on the prime line leg curl, 2 sets on the Eagle adductor machine. Moved over to a hack squat, top set back off. But I mean, even we call them back offs, but it's just like a little less weight and just hitting that same rep range. But it's not like it's less intensity or anything. Like, I'm still dying. Like, I'm still going to failure. Pretty much go to failure in every set. Logbook, progress. But progress without compromising form is the key for me. So 2 sets on leg press. Went and did 2 sets of barbell walking lunges. Humbles me and kills me every single time. And then we did 3 sets on the quad focused leg press. We do the Arsenal heavy as shit leg press. Feet about a fist and a half apart. As much depth as we can get. Pressure in the sweeps all the way. And then no stop at the top. I don't even lock at the top. I'm going probably like 85% up, 90% up to keep tension in the quads the whole time. and it allows you to almost work in the depth more, to let those freaking calves touch your hamstrings, heels into your asshole, as much depth as you can with keeping the heels on the platform. Squat shoes have helped me a ton. Shout out Tommy for making me get those. So they've helped me with depth on that, knee flexion. So 3 sets there, hammered, done. Do that last set, I had 2 plates on there and did 15 reps, and that 15th rep, I mean, I was coming out of the hole and I was fucking screaming and barely got that thing. So, good leg day there. And then we went and did 4 sets on a standing calf machine. That was it. Like I said, tomorrow a little bit of push. Got some Smith incline. That's our big driver. So we'll get in there. We'll do our ab work as we always do. Before every push day and every pull day, we hit abs because our abs suck. And we're trying to make them less suckier. Especially since we're in classic, dude. Like, we gotta have the freaking waist. We gotta have the waist tight. And I got the full-on white boy, thick, non-pretty waist. So I gotta train it. I do vacuums every morning. I do planks religiously now. I do, like I said, train abs every rest day, every pull day, every push day. I don't train abs. I don't train core. On leg day, I do mobility every day, including leg day, vacuums every day, including leg day, 30-minute walk every day, including leg day, 25 minutes of cardio 3 times a week right now on the incline treadmill. And the only thing I do is I just make sure that those 3 days aren't on leg day. Generally, they fall on rest days. I take anywhere from 2 to 3 rest days a week. We're on a 2 on, 1 off, 1 on, 1 off. So generally it's 3 rest days a week, but sometimes it's 2 with the way it falls. So if it's 2, then I'll just pick one push or pull day throughout the week to throw that extra cardio session on top of. That's about it. Vitamins, health supplements are all staying the same. Because I finished off my bottle of Metapure DS. I have a little bit left of Adrena Health, and then we're done with those. Glutathione's out, NAD Plus is out, NAC is still in, fish oil, kidney support, TUDCA, multivitamin, magnesium, baby aspirin. I'm trying to remember, man. I think that's pretty much about it. I don't know why I'm like sitting here like looking at my phone like I'm looking at something, but I'm just staring into space. Let's see if I forgot anything here. Multivitamin, fish oil, K2 and D3, HemoFlow. It's a product made by Leviathan. Helps with blood pressure and blood viscosity, I believe. Kidney support, TUDCA. Joint support, IRE, which is also made by Leviathan. It's like an overall kind of health supplement. Magnesium, zinc, NAC, baby aspirin. That's my health sup line. I also take apple cider vinegar pills in the morning. Every morning fasted, 20 grams of glutamine, half teaspoon inositol IP6, 4 ounces of aloe vera interfilet, serving electrolytes, liter of water. Intra workout, still scoop and a half of Silo 9 EAAs, hostile, 10 grams of creatine, 10 grams of glutamine, 3 grams of taurine, scoop of electrolytes, and then just TRT. So that's what we are, and it's actual TRT, 200 milligrams. So that's that. Like I said, food's at 3150 on training days, about 2600 on non-training days. Legs are smashed. Eat here again about 90 minutes. 224 grams of chicken breast, 224 grams of sweet potato. Again, bro, you don't have sauce on that. That shit's dry. So, yeah, if that potato amount goes up. I mean, sweet potato, I think when you bake it, I just air fry my sweet potato, but I air fry it in bigger chunks so that the middle is still moist. I know people hate that word. I don't know how else to describe it. If you cut them into a bunch of little chunks and you air fry them, I mean, I could cook 400 grams of raw weight sweet potato down to such a small serving. So in the off season, like if this potato goes from 224 grams, as it titrates up, if it goes up to 400 grams or 350, 450, 500, whatever, the way I cook the potato is probably going to be different. It's probably going to be these little tiny pieces where I air fry them, and it turns from this amount of volume before cooking to this here, just so for stomach volume purposes, I can get those meals down faster and easier. Whereas right now, I'm hungry 24/7, and so I want that potato to be as voluminous as possible. So bigger chunks, air fry for shorter amounts of time, and keep as much integrity of the potato together as I can. I'm not gonna sit here and frickin' boil sweet potatoes or do the 50 minutes in the oven on the foil. Nah, dude, you chop it in half, chop those in half, chuck them in the air fryer for 22 minutes at 400 degrees with paprika, cinnamon, and garlic powder. I'm the majority of the time I don't even shake it when it beeps at me. I just frickin' run it all the way through, pull it out, chef's kiss, good to go. So that'll be my next meal. I got plenty of work here to finish up, got some emails and stuff to go over. Still got a shower. And then we'll finish up the night, hopefully with some type of movie or book. Might do some Legos. My girlfriend's coming over, so maybe we'll play a board game or watch a movie or something like that. Something chill, put you in a parasympathetic state. I ordered some new blue light glasses today, so try to get those. Just trying to prime every single aspect. And people talk about checking boxes, and they refer to these like big boxes. It's like, okay, I smashed my leg day, box checked. I got all 6 meals down, box checked. I got all 7 liters of water, box checked. Feel good, dude, you did it. But what about all the nuanced little differences and all the little things that add up to 5%, 10%? Sleep, it's huge. Your whole sleep routine, how much sleep you get, your quality of the sleep. So my sleep environment, I like to sleep with the AC on at 67, overhead fan. Right now I crack my patio. I have this big other room fan that I use if needed. I haven't used it probably in the past month, just because it's finally been a little bit cooler out and that patio drift and the overhead fan has been doing diligence, but that other fan will come back into play. I utilize chamomile tea. I utilize Slumber by Leviathan sleep supplement, as well as Raw, their sleep supplement. We take 800 milligrams of melatonin, 800 milligrams of melatonin, 800 milligrams of magnesium with our last meal. That helps. I think the blue light glasses, and then just the activities, I think, is big. Putting yourself in a parasympathetic state. So it's like, okay, I put myself in a parasympathetic state before bed. Check. I'm trying to think of this smaller stuff. I used 15 grams of sauce on every meal today instead of 25, or not tracking at all. Or I used 20 grams of total coffee creamer, 0 sugar coffee creamer throughout the day, rather than just fucking pouring in as much as I want and feel fit. I checked the box that my mobility work, my 10-15 minutes of mobility work that no one wants to do. It sucks, it's boring. You check that box every morning. You check the daily gratitude box to make, no matter what's going on in your life, you have things to be thankful for and grateful for. You check that box too. Now, you can definitely go down the rabbit hole of it, of like, wake up, check a box. Brush my teeth, check a box. That's a little bit too anal. And I'm about as type A as they get. I mean, I have weekly calendars, monthly calendars, and then this is my daily. And I just scratch off as I go. I mean, I have my dailies right now. I mean, I have till January 25th, and today's January 7th. So I'm 3 weeks out pretty much on daily tracking. I mean, that includes stuff like call this guy for work, do this bid, do this return. So generally about 70% of this is work. 60%, we'll call 60% work, 20% life, 20% bodybuilding. gym, mobility, abs, cardio, walk, meal prep, other variables, bodybuilding 20%, life 20%, laundry, clean the apartment, take care of your girlfriend, talk to your family, sweep the frickin' floor, do your life stuff, right? Go to the doctor to get this done, go to the UPS store to ship this, do that. Life stuff 20%, and then 60% of this is generally work. And that's not the exact balance of my life. It changes with ebbs and flows. That's just kind of a rough estimate of what my daily planner consists of. What's left today? Meal prep chicken. All right. Finished cleaning up my email because I was just in the gym for 2 hours. And some more emails will trickle through tonight. I generally work till about 7. It's 4:30. I got to call one guy. I got to do a bid for another. I got to figure out a return for another. And then down here at the bottom of this page, I track my caffeine. Trying to keep to 350 total a day. Generally, I'll run it about 300 to 450. It's about my higher level, but I've been really good about keeping it to that 300 to 375 range. Sometimes even 275 to 375. So I track my caffeine to make sure I'm not running over. Also, this might be a little weird. I track how many poops a day I take. We track our daily weight. And Tommy doesn't ask for the amount of poops I take. He doesn't ask for my bowel movements. I let him know if something's out of the regular. But that's how I know something's out of the regular. Like, my weight was up. And then I got a body work done yesterday, like lymphatic drainage, flow, drop inflammation of water. I think I lost like 3.5 pounds overnight. And then I took 2 more poops today on top of it. I haven't taken 2 poops in a day in a while. So I just make note of that. Body work opened up this. And I like to have all the information in front of me and I can do with it what I want. Rather than if I don't have it written down, I will forget. And it might not matter. I'd rather be loaded up with 100% information and use 70 than have 70% information and need 72, 80, 90, whatever. I don't know where I'm going with this at all. I have leg day brain, post-gym endorphins, and work procrastination. So I'll end this video here. This will be the last video of the recovery health phase. I will see you next for Operation Mass. And then the one other thing I wanted to show you. This cologne is amazing. God bless you. Have a great day. I'll see you Monday.